In the early times of the Roman Caesar, he was also famous as a Stoic philosopher. History remembers him as one of the 5 good and wise Roman emperors. During the last 14 years of his life, he determined one of the worst pages in European history. The Antonine Plague, named after his name, was probably caused by a strain of the smallpox virus. It is estimated to have killed up to 5 million people, possibly including the emperor himself. During his reign, was almost constantly at war with various peoples outside the empire. A highly authoritative figure was needed to command the troops, yet the emperor himself could not defend the German and Parthian fronts at the same time. In Asia, a revived Parthian Empire launches a new attack. The Caesar sent his co-emperor to lead the legions in the east to meet this threat. When returning from battle victorious, co-emperor was rewarded with glory. The procession was unusual in that it included co-emperor, their sons, and their unmarried daughters, as a big family celebration. He was authoritative enough to command the full loyalty of his troops, but also powerful enough that he needed little incentive. This plan succeeded in keeping Caesar's associates loyal to him until his death in battle. His wife was the daughter of a Caesar, and also was his couple. A Roman gossip claims his wife cheated from husband all the time. She believes he had affairs with senators, soldiers, sailors and gladiators. Caesar had a son. The Romans thought he was not his birth. They believed his birth father was a gladiator, being his mother's lovers. The reality, his son was also a gladiator. In Roman times, gladiators were a sex symbol. Rich and influential Roman women employed gladiators as their guards. Of course, they wanted their bodies to be tightly guarded by these slave soldiers. The story of the Roman queen's affairs with sex with the gladiator in front of the emperor, until it is reported to bring an illegitimate child. The Caesar's wife was so insane with a certain gladiator that she actually fell in love. He confused his affairs with his beloved husband. Before acting, the Caesar consulted a clairvoyant. He proposed the most unusual solutions. He called his wife and the gladiator in his room and asked them to have sex. When they had sex, he ordered soldiers execute that poor man. His wife had to show in the gladiator's blood. After the gladiator died, he and his wife had sex. The Romans believed that the blood and sweat of gladiators was powerful aphrodisiacs. With a gladiator's bloodbath, his wife will renew his passion for his husband. First he closed the eyes of his wife's violation. After the challenge with the gladiator, his wife continued to cheating in front of his husband. Caesar's counselor tells him all the details of his abusiveness. They hope he will kill her or at least ask for a divorce. But he calmly answered, "If I deliver my wife, I also have to refuse her dowry. Because my wife was a first princess, and also a Caesar before me, his dowry was the Roman Empire." So he didn't do anything about his wife's violation. He even elevated his beloved to a powerful position in his government. Caesar and his wife remained close to each other for the rest of their lives. He declared his love for his wife also in his personal diary, a famous meditation. After his wife died, he named a city after his name, divined it, and moored it until his own death. The Caesar also reduced coins with his statue. A Roman woman believes a coin which describes his wife as a good amulet. For hundreds of years, women would carry jewelry with these coins embedded inside. Gladiator fights were popular entertainment during the time of the Roman Republic, through to the Roman Empire. A gladiator had to train for 2 years, before actually being allowed to enter the arena for his first fight. When a gladiator was defeated, he could either be given the thumbs up, meaning he could live, or the thumbs down, which required the death penalty. During the Empire period, grand buildings were built to house this favorite game. The word arena comes from the Latin word arena, which means sand, and is a medium that can absorb blood. One of the most famous and largest places where gladiators fought was the Colosseum. A gladiator was usually a slave, but there are also volunteers risking their lives to perform in amphitheater or open arena. Legally, gladiators were considered property, not people. They could fight other gladiators, criminals, or even beasts. Historians differ on the origins of gladiators and gladiator fights. Many believe that gladiatorial combat originates from the traditions of the Etruscans, the predecessors of the Romans in Italy. The Etruscans associated gladiator fights with death rites, giving them a particular religious significance. It is believed that the first gladiators were slaves. They fought with weapons to the death. The gladiator fights were intended to provide a guard for the deceased in the afterlife. Life is short. That's all there is to say. Get what you can from this moment, wisely, fairly. When a person has the right foundation in life, they should not have to look beyond themselves for approval. A stone is thrown into the air. He has nothing to lose by going down, nothing to gain by going up. If someone responds to an insult like a stone, what does the offender gain by swearing? Stick to what's in front of you: ideas, actions, words. Be tolerant with others and firm with yourself. First step: don't worry. Nature controls everything. Step 2: concentrate on what you have to do. Fix your eyes on him. Remind yourself that your job is to be a good human being. Remind yourself what nature demands of people. Then do it, without hesitation, and speak the truth as you see it. But with kindness. With humility. No hypocrisy. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you wake up in the morning, think about what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. You can do injustice by doing nothing. Perform every action in your life as if it were your last. It is not death that a man should fear, but that he should fear never having begun to live. Take a good look at yourself. There is a source of strength that will always appear if you are always looking at it. If you are pressured by something outside, the pain is not because of the thing itself, but because of what you think, and this you can revoke at any time. As if you had died and your life was only extended to the present, use the excess that is left for you to live from this moment onward according to nature. There are two vices which are far blacker and more serious than the others: lack of perseverance and lack of self-control. To endure and fight back. The only wealth you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. No one can escape from his destiny. The next question is how he can live the best time he has to live. To hurt is to hurt yourself. To do injustice is to do injustice to yourself. Death and life, success and failure, pain and pleasure, wealth and poverty, all these happen to the good and the bad, and they are neither glorious nor shameful, and therefore neither good nor bad. The present is the only thing a person can be deprived of, if it is true that this is the only thing he has, and that a person cannot lose something he does not already have. Something is neither better nor worse because it has been praised. Be careful not to treat inhumanity the way you treat humans. Foolish people tend to blame others for their own misfortunes. Blaming yourself is evidence of progress. But a wise man never blames others or himself. Often injustice lies in what you don't do, not only in what you do. The art of living is more like that of the wrestler than the dancer, in that, of having to be ready and firm to meet sudden and unexpected attacks. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. We only live now. Everything else is either passing or unnoticed. Thank you for watching our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully useful for all of us.